Hello, my name is Sydney Hall, and I am a Wellbeing Ambassador from ECU Campus Recreation and Wellness. Today we are going to be talking about alcohol and other drugs. After this program, you will be able to understand the prevalence of substance use on college campuses, as well as what alcohol and drug-related emergencies are. You will also be familiar with the pirate party principles and how to be an active bystander. The purpose of this program is to provide you with the knowledge and tools to be safe when drinking, going out, or partying, and to give you the confidence and motivation to be an active bystander. We're going to talk about the use of alcohol and drugs in college. We'll be covering alcohol, marijuana, cocaine, and prescription medications. To start, we're going to talk about how prevalent drugs and alcohol are on college campuses. Every 3 to 4 years, the American College Health Association issues a health survey to universities across the nation. The survey asks students questions regarding all topics of health and wellness, like how much sleep they get, how many fruits and vegetables they eat, and their alcohol and drug use. The last time ECU participated in this survey was in 2016. Through that survey, we found the following data. 29% of ECU students reported having 7 or more drinks when they went out. 2% of ECU students reported driving after 5 or more drinks. 18% of ECU students reported using marijuana in the last 30 days. The survey also shows the national averages for the survey questions. 5% of college students reported using cocaine at any point in their life. 14% of college students reported misusing prescription drugs. Are you aware that there are different categories of drugs? The categories are uppers, downers, and all-arounders. Uppers are drugs that speed up our nervous system. Downers slow down our nervous system. And all-arounders are typically hallucinogens. Some examples of uppers are cocaine, amphetamines like methamphetamine, Adderall, Vyvanse, and Ritalin, as well as caffeine. Some examples of downers are alcohol, benzodiazepines, Xanax, Ativan, and Klonopin. Opioids, oxycodone, hydrocodone, and morphine. Some examples of all-arounders are LSD, mushrooms, MDMA, also known as ecstasy or Molly. Alcohol is a psychoactive drug, which is the active ingredient in beer, wine, and liquor. It is a downer, so it slows down our body's central nervous system. Sometimes drinking alcohol can make us feel more social, but it's because it lowers our inhibition. There are 4 different types of alcohol. There are beer, wine, malt liquor, and distilled spirits. Beer has the least amount of alcohol, and distilled spirits has the most. Malt liquor can be very similar to beer, but it usually has added flavors and sugar to enhance the taste. Malt liquor also has a higher alcohol content than beer. Examples of malt liquor are Smirnoff Ice and Mike's Hard. Marijuana is a psychoactive drug derived from the cannabis plant. THC is the active ingredient in marijuana that makes you feel high. It is the only drug that fits in all 3 categories. As a downer, it causes relaxation and sedation. As an upper, it can cause an increase in blood pressure and heart rate. As an all-arounder, it can cause distorted perceptions and hallucinations. Cocaine is a psychoactive drug that produces an intense euphoria. It is an upper, so it speeds up our body's central nervous system. It can cause increased blood pressure and heart rate, insomnia, and loss of appetite. Prescription drugs are medications that legally require a medical prescription and are intended for specific medical uses. Misuse is when someone uses a prescription medication that does not belong to them, is used more than often than prescribed, is used in ways that weren't prescribed, and for reasons that weren't prescribed. Categories of prescription medications that we're going to talk about are pain medication, sedatives, and stimulants. Mixing any drugs can be dangerous and result in emergency situations. Mixing painkillers or sedatives with alcohol can increase the risk of overdose significantly. When taken together, these drugs work together to intensify the effects. These two types of drugs are downers that act as the same parts of your brain, which is the brain system. The brainstem. The brainstem is responsible for basic life support function, such as breathing, heart rate, and consciousness. When these drugs are combined, they can slow our central nervous system down so much that you can stop breathing. When this happens, it usually looks like someone is passing out or falling asleep. Even though they are two different types of drugs, mixing stimulants and alcohol can be equally as dangerous. Mixing these substances can result in heart problems, strokes, and seizures. When taken together, stimulants mask the intoxicating effects of alcohol, causing people to drink more than they usually would. This significantly increases risk of alcohol poisoning. Because most people that misuse prescription medications get it from a friend or family member, it is important to properly dispose of your unused prescription medications. You can safely dispose of your unused medications by taking them to a prescription drop-off location. There are 3 locations in Greenville where you can take any unused prescription medications. These places are the Greenville Police Department, the Pitt County Sheriff's Office, and the Walgreens located on South Memorial Drive. These locations are open 24 hours, and you can take any prescription medication to them with no consequences. We've talked a lot about how alcohol and drugs affect your body, but now we want to give you some tips on how to stay safe if you choose to use alcohol and drugs. If you choose to go out and party, please be safe. To ensure your safety, use the Pirate Party principles. The Pirate Party principles are: watch your drink, travel in groups, know your limits, use a designated driver. You can also use Uber, Lyft, or SafeRide, and protect your fellow pirates. Following these guidelines will help you stay safe when you go out. It is important that we do our best to protect our fellow pirates. The problem is, too many people experience alcohol and drug-related emergencies while in college. An alcohol or drug-related emergency is consuming a dangerous amount of alcohol or drugs that can be fatal. Alcohol poisoning and drug overdoses are examples of alcohol or drug-related emergencies. Bystander intervention is important because by being an active bystander and intervening, you can reduce someone's chances of experiencing an alcohol or drug-related emergency. Sometimes it is hard to know if a situation is actually problematic. These 3 tips will help you determine if it is appropriate to intervene or not. Take a second look. Look at how the individual is acting compared to their usual behavior. There are often subtle signs that we as bystanders can recognize. Check in. If you aren't sure if the behavior is an issue, ask. Ask the person exhibiting the concerning behavior if everything is okay. Act as if someone you love is in this situation. In any scenario, ask yourself, if someone I loved was in this situation, would I want someone to step in and intervene? We are now going to watch a video showing how important it is to be an active bystander. The video can get very intense and upsetting. If you do not feel comfortable watching a video depicting of a sexual assault, please feel free to skip through. If at any time in the video you feel like the need to stop, please do not hesitate to exit. After, we will take about 30 seconds to process our thoughts and then another minute or so to write out our initial thoughts. You can pull out a pen and paper right now for after the video.
Sexual assaults are happening to young women and men, and one more is too many. Visit whoareyou.co.nz for contact details, help and support. You can be the difference in how the story ends.
Emily! Thanks for bringing her home. Where are you staying tonight?
I was just going to stay here.
Sweet, I'll get your blanket for the couch.
Sure, right? Wait here. You stay there. You okay? You need a taxi? Oh, let's go. Hi guys, what can I get you? 2 double rum and coke and 2 shots of vodka. Sure. How's your night?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Alright. Who are you here with?
We're at Ecucares.
Yeah? Sorry. Excuse me.
Thanks, mate. See ya. Yeah. I'm gonna go home. You gonna go home? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah. See you, mate. What?
Take the next minute or so to write down your initial reactions to the video. Some things to consider are, if you saw someone in this situation, how would you try to help? What type of barriers prevented the bystanders from intervening? Here's some resources you can utilize. For other resources that we do not have listed, you can go to ecucares.ecu.edu. Ecucares was developed to offer assistance to distressed individuals, connecting them to appropriate campus resources, and reporting concerning behavior to professionals on campus. There is a detailed list of on and off campus resources with contact information. I have also included QR codes for each resource, and will stop on each one if you would like more information. Center for Counseling and Student Development. ECU Collegiate Recovery Community. ECU Police Live Safe app. ECU Campus Recreation and Wellness. Wellbeing Coaching. And ECU Cares. Here are references. I wanted to remind you to remember the 3 W's. Thank you for listening to this presentation.